Oh, you thought you weren't gonna see me? I'm the Osiris of this. I'm Fighter Kaus. Along with me is Double RPG, Visible Ninja, and what's his name? I forgot his name, but that little alien that only I could see.
Pepsi
He's
for
here
TV game.
Yes, his name is exactly that. I too look forward to Pepsi for TV game, man.
He really enjoys Pepsi.
Like I know he's based on Gazook from friggin'
Gazoo! That's
Flintstone.
it. That's what I forgot. I legit forgot his name. I was trying to say Gazoo was here too.
Yeah, this stupid ass alien they added in the later seasons of The Simpsons. No, the Flintstones, who ripped off The Simpsons. Blah blah blah. Everyone ripped off everybody. Nothing's
Basically.
original.
Yeah. Simpsons even made fun of that, where Marge called Homer like Fred and Ralph.
So yeah, we're back for more Suikoden 3, and we're completing Krish's first chapter today, and then we immediately get on to Ghetto's first chapter. See how far along we get with that one.
Not Go Ghetto.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. Right before we got started, I can't believe somebody had the nerve to call Gogeta that.
Yeah, Go Ghetto. I'm like, oh god.
Go get him, you go-getter.
I don't know how long you played Dragon Ball Xenoverse or watched the show or anything and not hear them pronounce it as Gogeta.
Exactly.
Like, it's in the game. They say Gogeta.
Yeah.
So before I continue blathering, what about you? Metal, Visible, Ninja, Double R, whatever. What are your weeks like?
Whoever you are.
I've been back to work after a week-long vacay.
You know what? Actually, this week actually hasn't been as bad as previous weeks for me personally, but you know, been better, been worse.
But
Star Child. He saw what I was talking about. He said he had to stop the video when he heard that.
yes. I mean, anybody a fan of Dragon Ball would be like, yeah, I'm not watching this anymore. That dude just committed a terrible sin.
Of course he did.
But yeah, work. I've been back to work this week, and this past Sunday, I actually went out of town, got me some goodies, got me a new NECA figurine for my room, that of Tatsu from the first Ninja Turtles live-action movie, and picked me up a lot of James Bond games on the Xbox.
But with one exception.
GoldenEye Rogue Agent.
Well, I'm just going to tell you, don't worry, you're not missing much.
Yeah. I wanted to get GoldenEye 007 for Wii, but...
Well, oh yeah, the remake, yeah.
But they didn't have it where I went to.
I'm still kicking myself for not getting the friggin' like Move Special Edition that came with like a friggin' like MP5 shell for it.
No. Go, DJ! No.
Just to chime in.
No. All right, go ahead.
Most of the comments on that video are clowning the guy for saying "Go get her."
Go get her. Well, of course they would. I mean,
so basically,
Wouldn't you?
that guy's they're Lockston and Noggin. I get it, because Lockston and Noggin does not. Lockston and Noggin doesn't even know anything about Godzilla.
and also he loves using AI art in his videos. Apparently,
Oh boy, I did not know that. Dang, the actual artists out there who could use, you could use a commission from him, and he's like, "No, I'm gonna do AI." And why am I on the floor?
No, it
Wait.
was it was like some picture of like big titty fucking Whitney from Gold and Silver.
Ah, sauce.
Why am I on the floor, bruh?
Why are you on the floor?
I don't know, my chair just kept going lower and lower. Now I'm here.
Oh yeah, you're still trying to get a new chair, right?
Yep, I got a.
Yeah. What?
I got the stand for my tablet, but the chair itself is still, crappy and old.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So yeah, you can see that we're experiencing the whole destruction of Korea Village again, but from Chris's perspective. So
Mm.
that's why I did the makeshift DJ defeat noise, because
Yeah.
we saw Chris kill Lulu again.
Yeah. Ooh, oh.
Oh.
Starchild even said most of the comments were clowning on that guy. Yeah.
Good.
Good. As they should be.
Oh, Starchild also said double R. He's done with the second season of Bastard, and he'll start playing Final Fantasy VIII.
Oh. Nice.
As you should.
The OG or the remastered version?
No, that's a good question.
That is
I-
actually.
I have like 2 or 3 copies of Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. One for Switch, one for PS4, and one for PC through Steam. No, I haven't got the Steam version yet, but the other 2 versions. But still, I have not had the time to actually play either version. Don't know why, but I really want to.
I have it on PlayStation and Steam as well, and I haven't started either version. Starchild says he's played the remaster. He does have it, the original PS1 disc, though.
Oh, nice.
Memories. You know what happened when I first had that game, Double R?
What happened?
So when I first had the game way back when it was new,
Uh-huh.
I actually didn't. I played it a little bit, and then my cousins borrowed it, and
Oh.
they beat it. And then they beat the game, and then they gave it back to me, and then I beat it.
Golly.
I actually, even though it's my game, they beat it first on their system, and then gave it back to me.
Wouldn't that be considered like damaging your pride a little bit, since that is your favorite Final Fantasy game?
Well, this was when it was new, so I didn't know it would be until after they gave it back to me.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
Fair enough.
And then
So,
I,
yeah.
for some reason, never played 9.
Well, you should be able to get it through PSN Plus,
Oh yeah, that's right.
because I think like a vast majority of those games are free with PSN Plus currently.
I think you might be right there.
So yeah, as you can see, we're trying to escape Korea Village right now, but we're being blockaded by a bunch of the soldiers from the village who are still alive somewhat. But I'll tell you about Final Fantasy VIII. It probably has my favorite version of the Chocobo theme.
Gotta love those ostriches. Or emus, or whatever you want to call them.
I mean, it just
They're kind of a mix.
Yeah.
The music, yeah, for the Chocobo theme just sounds like it came from California, just based on the sound of it. I mean, I know that the Chocobo theme has more Latin overtones to it, but it's just Final Fantasy VIII's rendition seems like it was something you would hear on like a beach in California or something like that.
I can dig it.
Yeah. So, how's your week been, Jerry?
Oh yeah, I didn't talk about mine, did I?
No,
Well,
you didn't.
No, you did not.
Well, craptacular. I don't know. That whole doctor's appointment just soured my whole week. I mean,
Yeah.
just
Oh
sitting there.
God, yes. Where you were there since like 1:30 in the afternoon, but didn't get off till about 4.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they said they forgot about you. It's like, really? How could you forget somebody who should have been already checked in at that point? You know?
Exactly. They told me to come early too, and they're like, "You're all set. Take a seat." I guess I wasn't, because y'all never put me on the actual check-in.
Yeah.
God.
Like blood.
And yet they still have the nerve to say, well, we can't get you in just yet until the doctor is finished up with this patient.
Yeah, I remember telling GLE, friend of the show GLE about it, and he said that if it was him, he'd have been like, no, you're pushing them down. I was here first. It's not my fault you skipped me,
Yeah.
and I should have done that, because even the other patient were there. They said no, you should see him first. He's been waiting. The other patients were actually, going up to bat for me. They still saw me after.
Mm-hmm.
The other patient was like, that's messed up. Like, they were actually fighting. Like, hey, no, see him first. What's wrong with y'all?
Yeah. I mean, seriously. I mean, I think anybody would have been pissed off if they were in your shoes too, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those things where, like, no, it's one of those ones where, like, no, this one ain't borderline. This one's actually justified.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
justified here.
Justified anger.
Yeah.
Very.
Starchild said he beat the Card Masters. But yeah.
It's just like, I know a lot of people say you shouldn't be angry over everything. Well, it's like, well, you're half right, but at the other end of the spectrum, there is a point where anger can be justified.
Yeah, exactly.
And when it gets like ridiculous.
Like that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. This game, you told me before that the game is going to look crisper.
Yeah,
It
does
does look nice. I do admit that, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks clearer, yeah.
That's good, because I noticed that in the first 2 episodes that it was a bit blurry from the feed, not, from me looking at the TV and whatnot, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Muteki. What about when Frieza killed Krillin? Yeah, I think Goku's rage was justified.
Yeah, completely.
Okay, question though. We know that Goku is pronounced how he's supposed to be, but has anybody ever called him Gaku?
I'm sure somebody out there has at some point.
Well, we got Geeko.
Geeko, Gaku,
Well, yeah.
Goku with like 2 U's, so people do it as Goku instead of Goku.
Yeah, but those were just a couple of bullies who couldn't even
Gakaya
just
is
leave
my
him
favorite.
alone.
Mm-hmm.
Starchild mentioned it.
Gakaya.
And what happened, Muteki?
Anger not justified. The announcer from the Tenkaichi tournament. What? That guy?
I have no idea. What about him? What's not justified about him? Or, I don't get it.
That he's still alive? And how he should have been dead long ago?
All right.
Being so close to so many like universe fucking ending entities.
Exactly.
Oh, the announcer called him Gakaya.
Yeah,
Gakaya.
Gakaya? Until
Gakaya.
Yamcha corrected him. It's Goku.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay, now that makes sense.
I forgot what the Japanese version of that scene went, but yeah, it's kind of a similar thing.
But we can't ignore the true evidence that he was complicit in the cover-up, making Mr. Satan seem like he was actually a competent fighter. Therefore,
Right?
he's secretly evil and didn't didn't whistleblow to the world about the Z fighters.
Right? Because he knows. He knows for
He
a fact
does.
Mr. Satan didn't do
He
it.
does. He's like, he's like, I know that they're all saying Satan, but it was actually you guys, wasn't it? And they're like, yeah. And he's like, I fucking knew it, but oh well.
Yep.
He's like, I figured it would be you guys. Damn it.
Oh, and just so you guys know, this week I finally watched The Warriors for the first time.
What?
Come out to play.
Would you like to come out to play, Kyle? Then.
Hells yeah.
Okay, I'll have to remember to get some glass bottles if we ever do a meetup.
Yes.
Can you count, suckers?
Sucker.
I say the future is ours. If you can count. And don't forget, he talks about miracles where he says, we've got the Jones Street Boys right by the Van Cortlandt Ranges.
Which is shit you wouldn't understand unless you unless you either were in New York
Or read
the book or played the game, because it actually went into like why a lot of these ones hate it, like stuff like the Destroyers are like white supremacists, and the Van Cortlandts are are kind of like fucking NOI kind of Black Panther kind of shit, basically. Yeah, which is why they're heated rivals, and yet they're not killing each other is a miracle. Yeah.
And miracles are the way things ought to be. Can you dig it?
But
hey,
yeah,
LPH, how's it going?
But yeah, it was a really, really great movie. I really enjoyed
it
watching quite a lot.
Watching all this horse riding makes me want to pay $5 to put armor.
Oh boy, horse armor. LPH said,
then it won't die as much.
Post Goku versus Piccolo, the Tenkaichi tournaments have been mid. LPH said, yeah. I mentioned, especially if you're that announcer guy.
Like, what was it? Like, 2 of them were won by Mr. Satan with, like, Boo in second place.
Yep.
So yeah, there you go. All because, bullshit. And then we don't know how the last one of the series ends, because Goku and Oob F off before it ends.
You Warriors are great.
The Warriors are good. Real good. The best.
Yes.
I love how Swan goes, no, the best. And then, in the city starts playing.
Oh, yes.
Have you ever seen Blues
Warriors?
Brothers?
We apologize for for the hit. Now here's a song dedicated to you.
Yep. Yeah, you ever seen Blues Brothers? There's a reason I'm asking you. Connects.
Actually, that's another one I need to watch.
So there's a fun fact. Keep an eye out at the end of the Blues Brothers when you finally do watch it. There's a crowd that they're playing for, and a guy jumps on a table to dance. A bunch of them do, but the first guy that you see jump up on a table is Joe Walsh, the guy who sings that song at the end of the Warriors.
Oh, nice.
That is an interesting connection.
It's like the Blues Brothers and the Warriors are in the same universe. Sounds like.
There's a theory going around because of Walter Hill that the Blues Brothers, Streets of Fire, and 48 Hours and the sequel, the next 48 Hours, are all in the same universe.
Hmm.
You ever seen 48 Hours with what's his name? Nick Nolte?
Nope. Like I said, I'm not that much of a movie buff, but I'm slowly starting to, catch up on all I need to catch up on,
Right.
Uteki asked, what about Blues Brothers 2000? No, that one actually...
We don't talk about Blues Brothers 2000.
That one has Taj Mahal in it, though. And Taj Mahal is a singer and really well-known singer, but he's from Springfield, Mass, and we actually named the street after him here.
Oh, cool.
Interesting.
So there's a connection to Blues Brothers 2000 with me, but then again, the first one was already Chicago, so that's already a connection. Like that's like one of the legit. When you ask people what's your favorite like Chicago movie, most people say the first Blues Brothers.
You figured they'd say something like Dark Knight or something, but yeah.
My favorite Chicago movie? National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Ah, yes. Remember the end there? They thought that was ad lib. That was actually the script. He just actually acted really well.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I know that. Yeah, the movie Chicago is yeah. LPH said the Tenkaichi Junior tournament that took place during the Namek Saga or Cell Saga.
Uh-huh.
He's asking about it. That one,
was...
Mr. Satan won too.
Yeah, like what was it? He won at least 3 of them that I can think of in official canon. So I know one he blatantly go that he paid off his opponents to basically throw. So in the first one at least, it wouldn't surprise me if the others too. So since he prior to pulling his face turn, he was that kind of Hogan-esque scummy fucking wrestler dude. So yeah. Until living out in the middle of nowhere with some pink weirdo and his dog, it changes your life.
Muteki
apparently.
asked, what about Spopovich? That wasn't rigged.
Oh, the first time, before he got that power up from Bobbity.
Oh yeah,
he did beat Spopovich for real. Yeah. And then things happened.
Yep.
Double. Oh yes, that's right.
Toriyama had to nerf Gohan badly.
Gohan needs nerfing badly.
Oh, I was gonna make the same joke, Metal.
No. What warrior needs food badly?
I see you too have played Gauntlet.
Numerous iterations, yes. Yep. From the original all the way up to Dark Legacy, so.
Yep, played a lot of Gauntlet too.
Which is the good version of Legacy. So.
The warrior is about to die.
Warrior needs food badly. Elf needs food badly.
Yeah,
Wizard needs food badly.
My first game, the first Gauntlet game I ever got into was Legends, but it was in the
Fair enough.
I played Legends and the OG. Yeah.
I played the original and Legends in the arcade. But yeah, definitely like Dark Legacy is like the what is it, definitive version of Legacy, so. Which only came out on, of course, your Cube, your PS2, and your Xboxes. So yeah.
Legends I had on Dreamcast.
Yeah, Legends did come out on Dreamcast. Yeah, but sadly, Dark Legacy didn't.
Yeah, I guess it was already dead at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't get the improved port. So yeah.
I think Dark Legacy I did play too. I don't remember.
Well, like I said, if you had a Cube, an Xbox, or a PS2, it's possible.
I had all 3, yeah.
Well, there you go. Then you probably had it. You probably have at some point and just don't remember it.
There's only one game I wish I had all 3 versions of, but never got around to, and that's Soul Calibur 2. Because I wanted each version because of their exclusive characters.
Neat.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you know, it's when going back to Gauntlet, it's very interesting how that game pretty much what gave birth to like roguelites or something like that.
Basically.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Oh yeah, I guess in a sense, yeah. At least in the
Okay.
arcade, anyway.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Thanks, Midway.
LPH was asking about the Tenkaichi. How many times did it happen? Because the Tenkaichi happens every 3 years. Yep. How many
Okay,
times did it happen in Z? I don't remember.
You know what?
Yeah,
I will consult the wiki and I'll let you know.
yeah, because
I just gotta quickly look it up.
I was gonna ask, you know, when in regards to the Tenkaichi Budokai, how many years in between? Because they obviously treat that as like the world's own version of the Olympics, basically.
Essentially, okay. Just one sec. I'm pulling it up. Takes a second because my anti-fandom thing. So basically, has to load up the not shit version of the wiki. Tenkai Ichi.
Because it just seems like it's kind of half-assed with how many years in between it's supposed to be after Dragon Ball, basically. You know, when going into Z.
Okay. Here we go. World Martial Arts Tournament. Also known as the Tenkaichi Budokai, literally the #1 under the heaven martial arts gathering.
Yep.
All right, let me go to the timeline here, because we know all about like the setup and shit of the tournaments and everything. Okay, known martial arts tournaments. Okay, so pre-20th Tenkaichi Budokai, there was a guy called Spike the Devilman who won it at least twice, and Master Roshi had won once before the 20th tournament, which was 50 years before Dragon Ball.
Okay.
The 20th, which took place on age 745, basically, when Goku King Chappa met in the 22nd, it said King Chappa won the last tournament without a single opponent landing a hit. So it seems like King Chappa won the 20th. The 21st is basically kind of shown. Great Leap. Notable contestants who did not play the elimination. Because this is the one with Krillin, Yamcha, Goku, Gran, Nam, Ranfan. So this is the 21st, so that's one.
Right.
Then we got the 22nd, which is Tien, Chaozu, you know, that stuff, so that's 2. Then there's the 23rd, which was the King Piccolo one, so that's 3.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there was a gap between the 23rd and the 24th, because the 23rd was in 756, and the 24th, which is the one that we see, is the other notable one in Z, takes place in 767. So, how many years?
12 years. There's a 12-year gap in between them, and it's not specified why. There was just a 12-year gap between them for some reason. So that's 4. Okay, the 26th and the 27th were technically shown because we saw the results, which was Satan winning over Boo both times. So, okay, that knocks it up to 6. And then, okay, the 28th, which is the one with Goku, Pan, Oob, etc., which is the 28th. So that's a grand total of 7 are technically seen in the series in some form. Though 2 of them just show you the result, and it's Satan winning with Boo as runner-up. Because 26 and 27 was, Satan and Boo.
And
then of course we never.
If Bojack
And then we
counted.
never. Oh, no, movies.
No.
It's a total.
Movies
Now
are
that
non-canon.
one, that BoJack movie is the one with the least problems, but it's still not
Yeah.
canon. Even though it could kind of fit the
Yeah.
best, but still, yeah.
Hmm.
And Bio Broly, there was one as well. Yes, 18 was paid. Satan promised 18 a bunch of money, and that's why she was there.
Mm-hmm.
Wanted to make. She wasn't even there out of the goodness of her heart. She was there to make sure she got paid.
Man.
Oh yeah.
'Cause even though I don't like Bio Broly like a lot of people, there's still
Ugh.
some funniness in that.
Still, I want the one thing about that movie I always constantly question: how was it that that guy knew
Okay.
that Broly was
7.
the legendary Super Saiyan?
I don't know. That's a good
You
question.
really shouldn't have. Yes.
Okay, 7. Okay, so now here's the question: do we count GT? Because there are technically 2 shown in GT.
If you want to count the movies, then you got to count GT.
Yep.
Because GT shows the 31st, which is the one that Goku enters as a kid because he has to.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And he loses because he falls out of the ring. Then the
Yeah, I
other
remember.
one is the Legacy of the Hero, which is the 64th, which is the one with Goku and Vegeta Jr. with old woman Pan essentially, and that's technically it. But then you start going into shit like Dragon Ball Online, the Cell games, etc., etc. The Tournament of Destroyers, Tournament of Power, the Super Martial Arts Tournament, the New World Tournament, Canton City Tournament, and a bunch of other similar ones like Baba's Tournament that she tried to kill Goku with.
Oh yeah.
Baba's Gauntlet of Hell is another example, which is technically a tournament. There was the tournament held by My Fan in Mystical Adventure for Chaozu.
Oh yep.
The Other World Tournament, which of course was a completely different thing. Yeah. So, long story short, there's a hell of a lot of martial arts tournaments in the Dragon Ball universe. So yeah. But okay, so to answer your question, technically 7 are shown throughout Dragon Ball and Z. If you count GT, then that's 2 more. If not, then 7.
There you go. 7 canon. I guess.
Oh yeah, and Dragon Ball and Z. So yeah.
All not consistently in between each other based on the years.
No,
in between each
because
tournament.
I'm trying to look at this because the first one that we know happened was the 20th, which was in 745, and then the next tournament, which we know what happened, is the 22nd, which was in 753, which happened only 3 years later, and then the 23rd basically happened another 3 years later. So it seems like it was supposed to be every 3 years. But then, for whatever reason, there's this 12-year gap between the 23rd and the 24th for no explained reason. Okay, officially. This tournament was not seen in the series, only alluded to in the present, and it is present in Daisenshu 7 timeline. Before the Cell Games, the Dragon Team comment that there had not been a World since the 23rd, though newcomer Mr. Satan called the world's wrestling champion, world martial arts champion in the anime. Therefore, in the anime, the 24th tournament takes place before the Cell Games. It is also known that this was the first tournament to feature the junior division. Yeah, because Videl competed in it. And of course, that's the first martial arts tournament that Satan actually won. It was 23. So, yeah, there's this huge gap. And then there's another large gap of like... How many is that? About 7 years to the 25th? Yeah, because it's 7 years to the 25th, but then it's 4 years, 5 years, 3 years, 4 years, and 4 years, and then 3 years. Okay, though, this is kind of funny because Okay, those last two were only in Dragon Ball Online, I should note. But even though they are canon to the series because we saw the outcomes, but yeah.
Okay. All right, well, guys, we just finally finished up Chris's first chapter, and now we're going straight
Nice.
into Ghetto.
Chris is kind of cool. I thought Chris was cool there, from what else?
Yeah, I thought so too, actually.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good story, I do admit.
Strong female character.
Now we've got Ghetto.
Yes, the mysterious
You see,
man with the eye patch.
I'm just saying, Western developers, you know, if you want to do a strong female character, do something more like that.
Make him look beautiful, am I right?
Lord. Yeah. Well, I meant more in terms of writing and characterization, but
yeah,
I guess so.
yeah, that too.
You know, less blatant pandering and more just, nuance, I guess.
Right. So yeah, with Ghetto's chapter, this is the one that Starchild said, as well as Lord Doom said, this is their most favorite story to play as in Suikoden 3. We'll actually get to see more than what we initially saw at first with both Hugo and Chris. So we'll actually be able to explore a bit more eastward to view the territories that are owned by the Holy Kingdom of Harmonia and such. So yeah, bit more. I should say we're broadening our we're going to be broadening our horizons a little bit more with this chapter.
Something about stories. Oh, right. Chris, yeah. That reminds me of Princess Leticia in Star Ocean Divine Force, and
yes, hello.
I don't think you've played that yet.
Well, I have played a little bit of it. I haven't beaten it. I'm still surprised that you actually beat it before I did.
I'm surprised. Not only did I do that, but I did it without knowing it was on hard the whole time.
Yeah. Not only that, you even beat Tales of Arise first before I even am going to put in my full dedication to getting around to it eventually.
But I know that feel, though, because a lot of games in my backlog still that I haven't even touched. And I'm just like, man. Me, I look at those games and I go, yeah, I'm going to play Skyrim for the umpteenth time again. Like,
I can kind of hear you on that
right?
one. Yeah. I could play this new stuff, or I could just go, or just play something I've played 1,000 goddamn times once more.
Exactly. That's
kind of like with me. I'm like, play this new stuff, or go back to Ace Combat. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard to stray away from what you have a really strong connection towards.
It is. No, yeah, though, that's completely understandable.
Like for me, it's always going to be Super Castlevania 4 once a year, and even Super Metroid many times a year.
Yeah. Oh yes. Well, they're both great games though, so that helps.
Mm-hmm.
With me, I have the similar thing, Kyle, where it's Shenmue and Sleeping Dogs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Shenmue and GTA Hong Kong, great stuff.
Yep. Muteki even says he knows that feeling.
And Emma Stone's only video game role was in Sleeping Dogs.
Yeah, that's right.
And she's a hoe, so that's kind of funny.
she's just somebody who has
she's a hoe that disappears like halfway through the story and is never seen or heard from again.
Yeah,
and if you read her profile, go ahead. Sorry.
And I was about to say, yeah, I feel that that the United Front Games, or the developers who were working on that game, they kind of pulled a gay when it came to, in comparison to Jujutsu Kaisen, where they ended up just killing off Nobara, but not necessarily killing off Nobara, but just made them completely forget about Emma Stone's character in Sleeping Dogs after those two side missions, and then that's completely it of her character.
I was gonna say, it was obviously probably something that got cut for some reason, maybe for time or something, but It was just kind of sudden how she just disappears from the plot.
Exactly.
But it was probably maybe it was a time thing. Maybe they had to cut it, or one reason or another.
I don't know the production reason, but they at least covered it with an in-universe reason. To like, if you read, there's a police dossier on her, and you can read her profile that the police following Wei Shen describe her. And it says that she's basically just she basically just has yellow fever, as they call it, where she just wants Asian guys, and that's why she disappeared. Because she's basically just, as you said,
so she got her taste and she effed off.
Yep.
Wow. Just wow.
So yeah, there is an in-universe reason, but yeah, you have to look at like the lore. Like the lore to actually get an answer to that.
Yep. There's another lore that's, if you read dossiers, if you read about Wei Shen himself, it legitimately roundabout says, without straight up saying it, but it gives all the symptoms of it for him.
Uh-huh.
That he has borderline.
I guess, yeah, I guess it does. Yeah, like
it does. No, it says his sense of identity, that's a borderline thing. His emotions, that's a borderline thing. But it won't straight up say he has borderline. But it mentions everything about borderline in his profile.
So he probably does have it.
Golly. Even
Maybe
the LPH is like, wow.
That's why I like that game so much. I relate to Wei Shen. So now we're ghetto, he said, Starchild.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Starchild, if you're still in the chat, let us know why you like Ghetto Story. Or is it going to be one of those things where, like, just watch it? I'm like, well, I'm trying.
I'm pretty sure he'll say just watch, but if I think what he's going to say, then it's probably because he has, like, the most connection to, like, the events in the past that lead up to the events in the present for this game. Yeah.
Also, wow, Joker looks like Master Asia from G Gundam. Like a young Master Asia.
Yeah, Ghetto's group is a pretty colorful bunch of folks.
Indeed, the East is burning red.
Right?
I mean, you got Ghetto, who's the silent type. Queen, who's pretty much like the voice of reason within the group. You got Ace here, who pretty much is devoted to...
Oh my god.
What?
I was gonna...
What you just said, their names are cards. They're literally the Shuffle Alliance.
Yep.
Yeah.
Except for Jock. Although I'm pretty sure they would consider him to be a
Jack, exactly.
Yeah.
Jacques. Yeah, Jacques.
I was wondering why the East was burning red there. That's because they're literally the old Shuffle Alliance.
Shuffle, yeah. And yeah, it's these models are like so crisp. For some reason, they give me like that Geo's Bizarre Adventure vibe for some reason. Which, if you've never seen the JoJo Part 5 PS2 game, that for some reason almost got released in the West and was like canceled at the 11th hour. Yeah, the character models in those are, even though it's a PS2 game, it looks like something straight out of like Dreamcast PS1 hell. So, but in a good way, if that weirdly makes sense. I don't know. It's very stylistic though.
You know what? A game I'm thinking of when I see these character models, Double R?
What would that be?
Skies of Arcadia.
Yeah, I could see it.
I'm just... damn.
I mean, just looking at this game, it seems like it does fit for, like, a Dreamcast title with these character models.
Yeah.
I could see it, yeah.
I mean, that's the reason why you don't even hear any voice acting in this game in the first place. Because it makes you wonder, was this originally intended for the Dreamcast?
You have the disc, right? Is it a Blu-pack? Or DVD?
I was gonna say, yeah, is it a CD or DVD? Or whatever.
It's completely DVD.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wasn't sure because
I do remember whenever I load up the game through like the in-game HUD or whatever, that the disc is gold and not blue.
Mm-hmm.
I like how back then I didn't understand what the heck was going on there. I was like, why is this randomly blue and randomly gold? I didn't.
His reasons.
Yeah, kid me didn't understand CD and DVD difference.
Yeah.
It's a disc.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, fair enough.
I would have been 10 when the PS2 first came out, if I'm right, so.
I remember my first ever experience with the PS2, watching Fast and the Furious on DVD.
No, I don't remember the first DVD I saw. I think it was The Matrix. Or PS2.
Interesting.
The first DVD I watched was if I had to
I was gonna say that-
what
I was gonna say that's the first one. Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
The first DVD I watched, I think was no, it was actually the Final Fantasy: The Spirits Within is what I watched first. The first movie I watched on DVD. But here's the thing though, I had the AV cables actually plugged into the back of my VCR, so the picture would always distort whenever I tried to watch the DVD.
You poor child.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that you had to put those composite cables on a TV in order to not have that problem. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
So I was wondering to myself, why am I having so much trouble trying to watch these movies? And I was like, oh yeah, because they're being outputted to a source that's not supposed to that will, kind of, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
It's like both the VCR chip and like the PS2's DVD chip or something, the video playback, they were just conflicting with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Golly, Kyle, you friggin' can't be popping me like that. You said, you know what? Like it's just this. Like you said that make it sound like the PS2's gonna whip its junk out or something. Like I was like the consequence you implied with that tone did.
Yeah. Sheesh. Can you show us where the PS2 touched you?
If I did, I probably would get in trouble and we would get ourselves canceled.
Exactly.
Killing me.
But yeah, if you're trying to watch a DVD through the PS2, never connect the composite cables from the PS2 to the back of a VCR.
Usually a good idea.
Or else the PS2 will whip out its junk.
There you go. You remind me, I used to hook up my Xbox to the VCR and record. I still have those tapes. I recorded gameplay.
Yes, the guerrilla style, much like a young AVGN.
Yep.
I'm still just baffled that that did not click with me sooner. That you can actually record your gameplay if you connect your game system to the VCR or through the RF adapter or whatnot, and then you can actually record the footage and such. Still,
You know how I learned about that?
how?
Watching G4, because some dude was going for the world record in SSX, and he was like, I plopped in my blank tape into my VCR to record my run, and I got it. And I was like, wait, you could do that? That's how I got the idea.
Oh yeah, anything that you can input to it or anything, you can record.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's some
do that.
Yeah, there's some madmen out there who are still producing like VHSs via capturing Blu-rays and shit off of ancient ass VCR and recording it onto like blank tapes and like
Oh, yeah.
still releasing bootlegs and shit to this day like that, even on VHSs.
I bet.
Not to mention,
Yeah.
it's a bit of a niche for like recent movies on like ancient media. So yeah.
But still, if I ever found out about that, I would have taken advantage of using so many VHS tapes back in the day for like research purposes in case if I ever wanted to play a game again. It's like, how did I actually manage to defeat these guys? It's like, oh yeah, I finally remember now.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I want to. That's why I want to get a working VCR and CRT TV, because I want to see what I got. I want to see like how I used to be good at games in those tapes. And like, oh, that's how I used to do things. What happened? And then look in the mirror. What happened?
What
Especially
happened?
if I recorded any of my MGS runs. Oh my goodness!
Oh man,
That'd
I
be
hope I
great.
did.
I'm sure that muscle memory would kick back in for you right at the get-go.
Yeah. I'm like, look at that, man! I was playing on European Extreme.
See, I wasn't lying.
I wasn't lying. I hope I
Nah,
recorded. I
son.
don't record an Xbox because Kyle, what was there on Xbox? It was just what
Yeah, it's Substance. Yeah, MGS2
Yeah.
Substance.
It was two subsistence was that because it did actually have an Xbox version.
Yep.
That was actually better than the PS2 version because I think it was based on the PC version,
I think
which
so.
was a bit tweaked and improved. So, which I think they ultimately used for like all the later HD editions. So yeah. But sadly, I don't get my friggin' skateboard minigame on the big shell. God damn it!
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And of
Oh,
course, they
yes.
took out And then for 3, they did take out the whole Guy Savage scrapped prototype dream thing. So yeah,
Oh, really? I thought that.
They
I
did.
I thought that Easter egg was pretty badass when you're in that jail cell with
Yeah.
Naked Snake.
oh yeah, the whole like wait, why the hell is this turned to a completely different game suddenly? And it was just like we thought that this pitch demo was too good, so we crammed it in there somewhere, which is kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
Mind you, you still do get interesting things like that to this day too, though. So, I mean, like one of the biggest ones I can think of is Homefront: The Revolution. How it has like an entirely functional
Yeah.
H2.
You cut off.
His ping again.
Oh,
But yeah, it's cool
Sorry.
how games like that they put in little Easter eggs like that.
Yes,
It's like
yes, they
it's
do.
Like a
It
game
is excellent.
within a game, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's kind of like with
Just
Donkey
like
Kong.
just like
It-
with Fallout 4 and its like holotape games.
it's also kind of like Donkey Kong 64, where you can play like the best emulated version of the original Donkey Kong arcade game.
Oh yeah, and Jetpack, which was made by Rare. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
In fact, you have to play them to 100% the game. So
Yes.
yeah.
That is right. So yeah, you can see this place is called Great Hollow. This is where the Lizard Clan resides. And you can see it kind of has a Moria-esque type of feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
You think dwarves would live in here? But no, just a bunch of lizard men. But yeah. So yeah, in terms of pre-orders, I finally got Astrobot paid off, so I'm looking forward to that
Nice.
in the next couple weeks.
Oh, nice.
Game I'm actually looking forward to. Yeah, for sure.
It does look very fun. And and it does look like they pay homage to like the entire PlayStation legacy, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
It's like Mario Odyssey, but for PlayStation, which isn't a bad thing necessarily if it's done well. So yeah, which could be a very good thing, which I hope so. So
Exactly. Because we need to see more 3D platformers just, try to compete with the 3D Mario games.
with the Marios, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold
There's
on.
been a complete lack of those in recent times.
Yeah, there has. Because, well, obviously the most recent one is Wonder, which is 2D, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I definitely agree. Because yeah, Odyssey is great, and not to mention, obviously, the re-releases of, like, Wii U with Bowser and shit, so yeah.
Oh, yeah. But I'll tell you, the one game I'm actually really enjoying a lot right now is Black Myth Wukong.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Smashing records, that boy is.
Yeah, so congratulations to Game Science for smashing at least 10 million units sold of that game.
At least, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for a game that, didn't, isn't a big, like, heavily pushed Western market game. It's like this, from this little company in China, which has done some games, but, this is their first, like, real big budget one. So, it's glad that it's paying off.
Mm-hmm.
Good it's paying off, though.
Oh, of course. And if I had to guess about which game is actually my favorite between that and Stellar Blade, I would definitely have to go with Black Myth Wukong.
Mm.
It just feels like it has that perfect balance. It's like an action hack and slash beat 'em up type of game, and that of a Souls-like.
Yeah, I've heard. Okay, what's that Korean one that's also doing pretty well right now? I think it's called The First Descendant. I know is also fairly well received. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I muted because a package I was waiting for is in the mail already, but my mom's didn't get it. I was about to grab it. She's like, "No, I got it." I was like, "All right." I did not expect my package to arrive today. Like.
Oh yeah. What'd you get?
Uh.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to tell, you could have just said, "Oh, that's for me to know, and for you not to."
Oh no, it's nothing like that. I was just thinking, it was an ancestry kit.
Oh, that's right. I remember you saying, yeah, you ordered one.
Because I've been trying to make a family kit forever, and I hit so many brick frickin' walls. Because apparently my grandpa was disowned by my great grandpa.
Oh.
So I know nothing. He knows nothing. And on top of that, he said he's got dementia now. So even if he did, too late to ask him. Because he's gonna tell me about having dances with SpongeBob SquarePants or something. I'm like, oh god, he's out of it.
Oh.
Yes, Queen, we're staying the night here, so yes, we're sleeping with the reptiles. Just don't get any strange ideas of making human-reptile hybrids.
Nah, enough of those exist already, depending on who you talk to. I'm just saying, I support our reptilian overlords, and in fact, could be helpful in gathering others to work in your sugar mines and other.
I'm about to say.
You're like,
I'm about to say, is that how the Krogan are conceived?
in a Mass Effect?
Yes. I know that's not the case, but I just had to pose that question.
I don't know. I don't know how they reproduce, and I just know that they can't really do it terribly much, at least possibly until the third game.
In
That's
Mass
if
Effect
you decide
2,
to cure them and not kill them.
Yeah, in Mass Effect 2, because I played a lot of Mass Effect, there is a thing where it's basically like a program they have to do, and I remember after you help, who's the Krogan? Rex is the first one, but who's the second Krogan that is in your team? Grunt?
Grunt,
Yeah,
yeah, he's the cloned one, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
the only pure Krogan out there, yeah.
You help Grunt on his planet, and leaving home, it's like, well, now that he passed his ritual to be a man, he had there's a couple of breeding requests for him, and one for Shepard. And you're like, what?
Well, I guess some Krogan woman wants to smash some human bones.
Yeah, yep. Male Shepard. I
So
was like, what? Shepard? Rex? That's like my favorite thing ever in all of Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Shepard? Rex?
They conceive a child. What do they get? Shrek.
Oh, you're not wrong.
Yeah. Well, hey, it's a lot better than that one time, Jotaro and Kakuyoin had gay sex and, laid the egg. So, yeah.
Okay.
That's an infamous, like Doshinji that everybody jokes about. It's called, like, JoJo's Bizarre, like, bizarre, like, gay married life or something like that.
JoJo's Bizarre Orgy is what it is.
Oh my god. Well, you're not wrong, I guess.
Yeah, that's the motto of that. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Boy, howdy.
I just got, oh my god, though. I just hope you don't run into too many wargs, because, I don't know, I have PTSD when it comes to caves and dog creatures.
Understandable.
Well, not really. It's just those goddamn wargs in friggin' Third Age always piss me off, having to try to go hunt all their asses down all the time.
Oh, of course.
And having to kill them all when they're just, like, annoying as shit. They're basically damage sponges, so...
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Assholes.
Goddamn lizards and their giant ultimate Aegis friggin' glaives.
Right?
Yeah, you can pretty much see that they're more of like a barbaric type of race, where actions speak louder than words for them.
Do you love your lizard men? Do you love your Soul Calibur?
Well, as long as they're a clone of a big-titted Greek woman, I'm alright with that. Because that's all Lizard Man is in Soul Calibur. He's like a skin swap of Sophitia, I think.
Huh. I can't always help but think maybe Necron's a lizard man, but just more has a humanoid appearance to him. Yeah? No? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, as Shiva from the Lizard Clan tribe says, there is an intruder who infiltrated the ranks of the Lizard Clan, and now we have to try and stop them. So yeah, a little bit of cave spelunking before we have to go find out who the actual intruder is.
Rockin'.
Yeah. Although I will admit that most of the caves and dungeons in this game are actually pretty short. in comparison to the other games. You know, for the longest time when I was playing this game, I always thought that Ghetto actually had a faster run cycle than both Chris and Hugo. But when I replayed it recently, I studied it myself and was like, actually, that's not the case. They all have the same run speed. But for some odd reason, I always thought that Ghetto actually ran a lot quicker.
Well, Mandela effect, maybe. Maybe he did, but now you're in the universe where he doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point.
Or no, or not.
Well, hey, I mean, anything's possible.
Whatever works for you.
Ah, dagger wings in here. Sometimes these enemies can actually grab your characters, like bring them up in the air and just drop them to the ground, but it's a very rare occurrence that they actually do so. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the enemies don't do a lot of, like, throw abilities to your party members and whatnot. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just trying to grind at least another level or two before we go out there.
I figured that since you're spinning donuts there, I kind of figured that.
There we go.
Don't forget.
You're here
Save
forever.
Often. Save often.
I mean that works too, you know.
Well, I will say the upcoming...
save often and don't forget you're here forever.
The upcoming boss fight that we're about to get ourselves into is one of those story-based fights that we can't win. So...
don't you love those?
Yeah, they're common. But it seems like out of all the Suikoden games, this tops it all off. In that regard. I mean, if I want to, I could just go ahead and move forward right away, which I probably should.
I mean, what level yet?
21.
Oh, well, yeah.
Okay.
Unless you need to be level 30 or something.
Wait a minute. What the hell is this? Wasn't Chris and the Zexon Knights supposed to be at that encampment in the grasslands? During this period in time?
Were they?
They were supposed to be, yeah. Remember they got surrounded by all the grassland tribes because they thought they actually attacked their hideout. Yeah. Don't worry, I'm keeping up with the story, just in case of...
Well, yeah, you are.
Well, of course.
You're showing an inconsistency on purpose.
Yes, exactly. Trying to connect the dots together.
He says swords as he's holding a spear. Or a halberd or something.
Swords.
Oh, Starchild said, yeah, the story skips around. Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Swords.
These are words that begin with the letter S. But yeah, like I said, this is a battle that we're not going to be able to win. But sometimes you can actually win the fights too if you get lucky. But don't feel too bad if you can't win these fights.
It's like that time I sprained my wrist playing WWE Day of Reckoning.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh boy.
Just to find out I didn't have to. I was supposed to lose.
Oh. Yeah.
Starchild said, yeah, win or lose, it's the same. There was something I asked Starchild earlier, but I forgot what it was. Since I know he's here now. What was it, Kyle? It's okay if you don't remember.
Nah, I can't remember.
That's fine. Oh, something else I was going to ask you, Starchild, about this. Oh, well, yeah, like, was it about... Do you like Ghetto Starchild because he's just G Gundam? You did a Shuffle Alliance?
Probably.
Because, boy, does Joker look like Master Asia, and then all their names being playing cards.
That does make a lot of sense.
Gotcha, so he went to the store, that's why. Wait.
Oh, okay.
Oh, snap.
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah, they can hit pretty hard, and when she starts using the water rune spells like that, then yeah, you know that this battle is about to be done with. But like I said, if you could get lucky and actually defeat them, then you actually do get a pretty good number of experience points for your characters. The ones who are still standing, obviously, but yeah.
Oh, now there's another interesting idea. Should down characters still get experience?
I know.
I mean,
some
I'd
games-
love it.
Oh yeah, I know some games do that, like the Lunar games. They do that.
Yeah, okay. 'Cause I know
hated
it's
that.
I know it's not a common thing though across like all RPGs or
Yeah,
games.
yep.
So
Mm-hmm.
I hate when they don't get experience because I'm
because
like,
because Pokemon kind of does the same thing where even if the Pokemon's in the battle, but if they faint, well, TF, TF to your experience. Yeah.
All right. If you were paying attention to that, just another thing. If you were paying attention to this scene and you noticed that the knights were walking away, notice how there was no footsteps or clanging footsteps that were being brought about to the ground. Are they actually
Sounds-
real, or are they illusory?
illusory.
Got to look for the clues.
Yeah, and there's Starchild's answer why he likes Ghetto's story a lot.
He said, I liked Ghetto more than the other two because he has a closer relationship with the Flame Champion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even Jock said it right here. He says, it was strange, though. You know, those knights, their tracks were too light. So, yeah, he actually caught
Smells
on to
sus.
Yeah, very sus. So he's actually catching on that there may be something fishy going on here.
There might be a sussy Baka imposter here.
Or a rat.
Even worse.
A rat bastard.
As somebody who actually does play Among Us, that is very true.
You play Among Us a lot, Metal?
Not a lot. I do occasionally, jump on for some crazy, deceptive fun.
If you remember Double R, I bought it for him.
Yes, because it was on sale for like $2 one day.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, yeah, that's right. And it's god, I have to go check that too.
Starchild goes deeper into the other two. He said, well, Chris at the beginning is just following orders, and Hugo is just a kid.
Mm-hmm.
The Flame Champion kind of looks cool, though. Like, so that's the actual leader or something like that?
The leader of the Firebringer. Basically, someone who rounded up all the clans and everybody who lives in the grassland, in the country of the grasslands to fight off against the invasion from the Holy Kingdom of Harmonia 50 years in the past, before this game's events. Yeah. Did you just take a look at the picture of what the Flame Champion actually looks like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, look at this Goku. Look at Goku.
Yeah, and
Goku
like
looking Goku.
I mean, like I said about the Flame Champion, he doesn't have an actual. I mean, the actual name is the name that you give him, but he's not even called that with his. I mean, during the game, they just constantly refer to him as the Flame Champion most of the time, because the name that you
Interesting.
give him, at 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 like the 60 or 75% point within the game story, Hugo, Chris, or Ghetto is going to become the Flame Champion's successor.
Ah,
Yes.
And then 4 is before this or after this?
It's before 1, 2, and 3. Long before 1, 2, and 3.
And then 5.
5 is 6 years before the first game.
Oh, okay.
good
So
to know.
that one has a bit closer ties to the events of what's going on in the story right up to this point, since those 4 games are closer to each other chronologically.
So it's like 4, 5, 1, 2, 3?
Yes.
Huh.
I think a lot of people that was another one of the reasons why there were those who didn't like Suikoden 4's story, was because it was so far disconnected from the others, timeline wise.
Mhm.
I mean, it's kind of the same way how I feel about like the Star Ocean games, how a vast majority of them are many years between each other, but the only 2 games that are of close connection with each other are the first and second game, because they're like 20 years apart pretty much. Yeah, whereas all the other games are like 400 years into the future, 400 years into the past, when the whole like space date calendar became a thing, and then like interquels taking place like 100 years between each other. It's like, I mean, I understand trying to bring about new characters and trying not to have any connections to other games down the road, that are within the series, but I just feel that kind of, oh, I don't know, kind of loses some sense of continuity in that regard. Not saying it's bad, but I just kind of find it weird how
Mhm.
they would just be that far apart. So the chief of the Lizard Clan has bit the dust because of the supposed Zexen Knights who raided us. So yeah, things are about to get hairy down in the grasslands right about now, where the Lizard and Korea clans are going to surround the Zexen Knights, and battle is going to ensue.
War were declared.
Yeah,
What does that mean? War were declared.
war never changes.
War never stops mogging.
So yeah, next destination is Korea Clan, or the Korea Village. Because there's another person that Ghetto needs to meet with, pretty much. Who is he meeting with? Well, that's something he won't even tell his comrades for his own reasons. But it'll come to light as to why why he's being so secretive.
Ah, he's a Psy man. I like it.
A Psy man, you say?
Oh yes, much like my man Raphael.
Oh, you're talking about Ace. Yeah, he does have.
Have size, it looks like. Yeah, like I said, give it to Splinter to give, the most pissed off, violent turtle, the purely defensive weapon. Which
Yeah.
I know was probably the intention, but yeah.
I mean, this group in particular, and Star Child's not wrong. The characters in this group for Ghetto's group are actually all great. Like I mentioned, you got Ghetto, who's the silent leader type. You got Queen, who's the voice of all reason within the group. Then you got Ace, who pretty much devotes himself to the mission, but is the butt of all jokes within the crew. And then you have Joker, who's the cool one with the most common sense. And then you got Jock, who's the quiet one with the most common sense. Gee, it's kind of like the Ghostbusters, am I right?
It is, funnily enough.
So, Metal, I take it you still have not even tried any of the Suikoden games up to this point?
No, I have not, but just here for the ride, and it's quite enjoyable.
Cool. Very good. But yeah,
But for some reason, like, oh god, friggin' Ace here, he has friggin' chunky ass friggin' thighs, like Jesus.
Yeah. The character models in this game, they're not really up to snuff.
They're not realistically proportioned. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
They got the friggin' trunk arms with the friggin' thunder thighs. Sort of looks like.
Yeah.
Or like they're a bunch of hobbits or something.
I could see that. Even Star Child says that he likes Ghetto's group because they actually do a lot of work in this game. Yeah, out of the three groups that you play as, or based on their stories, Ghetto's crew actually does most of the work, since they're usually on the move. Yeah. Yeah, don't mind me. I'm just trying to get to at least level 25 or 26 before we head into Korea Village, because we will be experiencing the burning destruction of Korea Village for a third time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Why traumatize you once when we can traumatize you numerous times?
Indeed. Callus, you still here?
I think he is.
Or did he... or his package might have gotten here and he...
Oh yeah, that's
right
right.
now.
Yeah, 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 that's right. I forgot about that.
But not to worry, he'll be back soon enough. I remember when this game is coming out, people were speculating that Ghetto was George. Oh, George Prime? I can see that. He kind of does look like him with the eye patch. But then again, how... It would make you wonder, how would anybody know that George would have an eye patch until they played Suikoden 5? Because in Suikoden 2, when you recruit him, he doesn't even have an eye patch at all.
I'm back. I had to get up, do stuff.
Oh, okay.
I got my package, and I'll take care of that Monday because, tomorrow's Sunday, and then post office don't really work.
Yeah.
So.
Shake, tomorrow is Sunday. You're right. Church.
I see the Optimus Prime thing I saw. Look, we have to do this tomorrow. We have to do this today because tomorrow's the Sabbath.
That's funny.
Starchild mentioned a lot of speculating on characters. Man, I remember some other games where I remember like speculating and turning out to be way wrong and a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There was a lot of speculating on a lot of characters. Definitely, for sure. I mean, especially when you have a series like this where, like a chunk, just like a small chunk of characters who were in previous installments appear for the newer ones, too. And, truth be told, I don't think we've met anyone... Well, aside from Lucia, the chief of Korea Village, who was on the antagonist side in the second game, she's actually one of the 108 Stars of Destiny in this game. Because I made mention before that Lucia actually was, like, Joey Atreides' right-hand man when he became King of Highland in the second game. Because she was the one who tried to assassinate the main character, Rio, during that one night where she had that whip and, like, that blonde pompadourish type of hair or whatever. Probably pompadourish hair is not the exact way I would describe her hair, but she had, like, that long hair that was kind of like a crescent moon of some type. I mean, if she had pompadourish hair, she would be the first female Elvis.
Uh-huh. You got that right.
But just don't try to be like Elvis Urkel, okay? Where he can't even stay in his normal character, but instead he has to act like Elvis ever since he went into that machine that turns him into Elvis Presley.
Yeah, that damn booth. More trouble than it's worth.
Yep.
Right?
Maybe you should get rid of it, or I don't know. Clone himself, and then so one of them could be his cool one at all times, and the other one could be the nerdy one at all times. He could totally do that. Oh wait, he did.
Yeah, I was gonna say he did that at the
Yes.
end. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's how they solved the whole Stefan Urkel thing. It's like, yo, I'll just clone myself and turn the clone into Stefan. There you go. Everybody's happy. But in the end, Laura fell for the real Steve.
Yep.
So.
I remember watching that episode like recently.
Uh-huh. Woohoo. Yeah. Oh, jeez, pull yourself together, man.
Golly, you went so hard, you made yourself cough, and I gotta be
yeah.
like,
I was gonna say, relax.
yeah.
Relax, my man. Relax.
Oh, boy.
That was me
Remind
right
me-
there. Jeez.
Remind me never to do that again. Just don't let it be like the 90s Clone Saga. I think Family Matters actually dodged the bullet on that one.
Mostly.
Because I'm about to say, if they did follow the Clone Saga, then who exactly would be Ben Reilly when comparing the Urkels? Would it be Stefan Urkel or somebody completely different? Or like Urkel's cousin who ended up being like a gangster or whatever for, what, in New England?
Was that a thing?
Yeah, what wasn't he? Didn't
I don't remember. I'll just put it this way. It's been a very long time since I've seen the show, so.
Well, I thought I remember that Steve Urkel actually had a relative who lived in New England who was a gangster because he wore a blue hat and he actually sounded like Sonic the Hedgehog from, the Sonic cartoons in the 90s. That voice.
Haha. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, I was able to track down something for us though. The
Oh, yeah?
Marvel Legends leak. So, according to this, the MVC subline will include the following. Apparently, it's not clear if these are going to be like recolors of existing stuff or if they're going to be new molds or, done up in a different way or something. It wouldn't surprise me if they were. But yeah, the top one obviously is Shuma Gorath, since, he's a friggin' tentacle with an eye that is its own universe. It's a weird thing. Then, of course, we get the Juggernaut bitch. So, and I hope he comes with his, red bands glitch like he does in MVC2. Ba-bum-ch. Next up, we get the Captain America versus Venom 2 pack,
Oh.
which is going to be interesting. I'm guessing it's going to be the more recent Marvel Legends Venom, but done up in blue, since that's his color in this series, his default. Then they got War Machine versus Omega Red, which, is kind of cool. Followed by Wolverine and Silver Samurai 2-pack, as well as Psylocke and Thanos.
Ooh.
So, I mean, okay, I'm assuming they mean, like, Marvel Superheroes Infinity Gauntlet Thanos, and not, like, infinite Thanos. You know what I mean? So, yeah. But that is going to be cool, though.
Metal
And hey-
Becky says something funny.
Yeah, I'll have a look. And hey, as we know, thanks to other stuff, we're getting a figure of Rom Space Knight, which is insane, but that's great. Pose with a photo with 3 men and a baby. Missed on the outbound Silver Sam. He's in clearance for $11.
3 minute a baby with Father of Ultra, Fourth Hokage, Ultraman Rising.
Yeah.
But how many people have seen the sequel, 3 Men and a Little Lady?
Not many. I think most people have probably seen 3 Men and a Baby because of the bullshit ghost rumor.
That rumor persisted. Oh my goodness.
Even though it's just like the cardboard cutout of like
Mhm.
of like a kid. I can't remember exactly why, but that's what it was essentially.
It was
That they
prop,
just
yeah.
that they just stuck in there and they forgot about it and it got on film and everything. So
Muteki wants to say it was a ghost. Oh, Double R, since you've seen the Warriors, what do you think about Ajax? 'Cause he's
Oh, Ajax? He's an asshole.
well, that's the whole. Well, yeah. He's. Don't worry, he gets his own in like every movie he's ever been in. I think.
James
Oh,
Remar,
yes.
yeah.
Sorry, James Remar.
You know who the cop who arrests him is, right?
I can't remember.
Who?
He's in a lot of stuff too.
Who's the cop that arrests him?
I'm looking up his name because
I'm
even though
trying
I
to
know him,
remember. I was gonna say.
I don't remember
I
his
don't
name.
really remember.
I mean, he got what he deserved. You know who?
I mean,
got what
hey,
he-
I'm just saying he kind of got off light because he wasn't pushed in front of a subway train, so yeah.
Well, you know who got what he did? Who got what he did not deserve to get? Cleon.
Oh well, somebody's got to get shot to kickstart everything.
Yeah, but he got beat to death.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's Erwin Keys. Yeah,
Erwin
Oh, it was
Keyes,
Erwin
okay.
Key.
and if you don't know, he's in a lot of stuff. Wait, well, he passed away in 2015.
Oh,
But
I didn't know that. Oh, that sucks.
if you ever seen Flintstones as Joe Rockhead, that's police squad as Luca.
But yeah, Cleon did not deserve to die in that movie. I mean, wouldn't you agree, Kaos?
Yeah, no. Elbowing him to death just because Luther decided the Warriors did it. The Warriors did it.
Oh God, Luther
Freaking they all just believed him.
Luther can kiss my ass in that movie.
I mean, he's like, why'd you? I just like doing things like that.
Oh God.
It's okay. Watch Commando to see him die. Ooh la la.
Yeah. Hey, Sonny, remember when I told you I'd kill you, yes? Yeah, man, you did. I lied. Ah!
I lied.
Drops him to his death, yeah.
Yep.
I like you, Sonny. You're a funny guy. That's why I'm going to kill you last. I lied.
He was in CSI, the Irwin Keys to Win Arrested Ajax.
Uh-huh. Now here we have some really weird, bizarre mage telling us to leave Korea Village because it's about to be burned. But not to worry. I mean, don't think that you saw the last of that woman because she is a very prominent character to the plot as well. And why did the screen go dark on me? This.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I see that. Oh boy.
Yikes. Weird. Hold on.
Metal, we need that. We need that technical difficulties image you used.
I've got the three that are static. So the
Yeah.
dog, the drunk cameraman, and Kent Brockman in its straight jacket. So yeah.
Here we go. We got her.
Oh.
I think. Game? You want to work for me, please?
Come on.
There we go.
But-
Uh,
Yep, there we go. That was weird.
so, yeah, I don't know what happened there, folks.
It happens.
Happens to me sometimes too.
It happens. What, shit? Sometimes. Oh, dude, you just ran into a big pile of dog shit. But it happens.
You do.
Oh, good. The audio's still working too, so we're good on that as well.
Well, that's good.
But yeah, that is so weird. I've never had that happen to me before. So, right now we're following that bizarre mage. And, because she said that the village is going to be in trouble. And we had to figure out why it is that she said that. But, in this process, we're going to get introduced to a couple new characters. One of whom you might have a suspicion he was in the first two games. But I'll wait till we get to that. And you notice that we're playing as Ace right now. We're not playing as Ghetto. This is like one of the only couple instances where you actually play as another character aside from just like those who are relevant to like their, Star of Destiny or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Oops.
Wow, I wonder why Tokusatsu has all these Tokusatsu streams going this weekend. I wonder why.
I don't know. Maybe
They
something where a little old lady from Pasadena is getting
Convention
all the
of a Morphicon.
getting the Power Rangers together.
One last time before everything goes to shit.
Now we got Ghetto meeting Jimba of the Korea clan, and looks like both of these two, from the way they're talking, they seem to have a bit of a history with each other as well. So it kind of makes you wonder, what is Ghetto hiding? Why won't he be open to his teammates? But don't worry, when we get to the parts of the story where we actually see why it is that he has connections to certain characters, it will all start to make sense. Trust me. Muteki asked a good question, Metal. He asked, will Marvel Legends, Marvel vs. Capcom Psylocke 2 pack look hot?
I'm assuming
That's
so.
subjective. You have to answer that question yourself.
Yeah, as they say, as they both said, that all depends. Guess another big game that's coming out this week is Visions of Mana.
Yeah.
That one I'm keeping an eye on to see how well it does review-wise, because if it gets good reviews, I will definitely pick it up. Because I like the Trials of Mana remake that we got a few years back. Definitely one of the best remakes I've ever played.
It is good.
Yeah.
At least going off of what you said, anyway.
Oh yeah, it is. I beat it all the way through. Only once. I probably should have played it more times so I can play the other characters. Anyways, we finally got caught up with the female mage, and now she's seems to be putting her dukes up, I guess. And by putting her dukes up, I mean getting up her staff to actually fight against us. Oh, there goes the B word. Talking about grasslanders again, calling them barbarians.
Racist assholes.
Yeah.
They're racist towards themselves and the Zexan Federation. Remember? They call them Ironheads, whereas the Zexans call them barbarians. Anyway, here are the two other characters we get introduced to. Now, we don't know their names yet, But I will say, the one with the black, who's wearing the black getup and the black fedora, and with the long blonde hair, take notice of him. If you have played the other two Suikoden games, you might remember him being an antagonist, but of a very minor role. He actually has a bigger role in this game than he did in the first two.
Mm-hmm.
So, we don't know his name yet, but we'll just call him the Man in Black.
Ah, yes. That boss fight I hated in Yakuza Kiwami 2.
Oh, yes. Oh, oh man. The one from the Jinguan Mafia?
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Oh, Master Asia! Oh!
Huh?
He said Sekiha Tenkyoken.
Damn.
I would play the Sekiha Tenkyoken, but I think that would actually get us copyrighted.
Probably.
Yeah. Better safe to not do that.
Because some of our soundboard stuff, I'm like, huh. I feel like that one. And I know that because I actually did get like audio muted before.
Mm-hmm.
On my stream.
Which is why you'll never. Which is why you'll never hear the excerpt of Time Force playing in our streams.
Yeah.
No, because that would get us.
Or to let me
nailed.
tell you exactly, because I think that's what I played. I got audio muted.
Let me tell you exactly.
I think I could do None of That Story is True. Chicken. Yeah.
Right, because they're just quotes. They're not. There's
Yeah,
like
there's no music.
Yeah, there's no copywritten music or anything like that. None of those quotes are copywritten either.
Like, just saying None of That Story is True is not copyrighted. Saying yeah is not copyrighted. Like,
yeah, exactly.
God, can you imagine? Somebody, if companies would, they would trademark just saying yeah, but thankfully they can't.
Yet.
Yeah. I'm scared of the future.
Oh no, Korea Village is burning. No! So we're seeing it a third time. We're getting traumatized. Where a nomadic village is getting burned for the third time in this game. Hey, just like this is the third game in the series, right?
True.
But yeah, we will see the whole scene with Ghetto's group getting out of Korea Village, and then after that, we'll come back here and we'll save, and we'll wrap up this episode for today. We should be able to get there at about around the hour mark, or at the top of the hour.
Ooh.
Yeah. Boris from Chris's group. Funny to think how Hugo, Chris, and Ghetto were all here at the same time when this was happening.
Excuse me. LPHS, can you copyright a copyright?
That's a good question.
I wonder what legal ramifications are there for that to be a possibility, you know? But anyway, as I was trying to say, we could try to fight Boris and the Zexon Knights, but lo and behold, we probably would get our asses kicked. Because it's just both Ghetto and Queen who would be fighting against them. Now, like I said, if you can if your characters are at a good enough level to where you can actually fight off against them, like I said, you get a good amount of experience points for defeating them. Muteki, can we steal an NFT?
Yes,
Yeah,
just right click.
Click save as.
Yes. You may have to save it as WebP, but go to somewhere like EasyGIF.com and you can transform that WebP into like a PNG, JPEG, or whatever file you want it to be.
I also have a an extension in Chrome, but
Oh,
it doesn't let me save GIFs though.
Ah.
Which, yeah, I gotta find something else for a WebP that's a GIF. I hate those.
That sucks. Are you holding something back again, Chief? Or boss? That's his response? You know, it's funny how he's keeping a lot of things, but his crew really trusts his judgment, so they don't really try to dig deeper into his history or whatnot. So, Joker, the Gundam guy. Yeah, don't feel bad, Ace. That girl's just got warrior pride in her. Always charging.
Much like Vegeta.
Yep, charging head first, ask questions later. Jock wasn't with us the whole time, but now he just magically appears. Ace is like, "Where's Jock?" And then Jock says, "Here." He's like Batman.
Where are the drugs?
Where were the other drugs going?
Where are they? Where are the bombs?
Though, well, I guess Jock wasn't a big fan of Korean cuisine, so he thought he'd catch a rabbit for dinner. I guess Bugs Bunny really dodged the bullet with you. Oh, man. Although you could try going after Daffy Duck, but I'm pretty sure that the Duck Clan would be really pissed off.
Hey, what?
Donald Duck was on Hot Ones, Muteki?
He was.
Was he?
Yeah. They had an animated character on a show about hot sauce. Don't ask how that works, because it just does.
They're chicken, not ducks, but still, like, That's like a pig eating a hog or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, when I was at MGM, Kyle, and Metal, and Chet, guys,
and everybody.
Everybody. When we finished the day, we always threw out our food in specific trash bins that were only food. Sometimes food would include pork, and all that food would get thrown to pigs to eat. because that was like their way. Instead of like just throwing the food out, the MGM has pigs eat it. So yes, I have fed pigs their own kind before. Actually, now that I think about it. I've actually fed a pig pork.
My mom did too, because she actually had a pet pig when she was growing up.
Huh.
But because she used to work at a McDonald's and she would always feed it McDonald's food every time when she got home from work. I'm not sure whether or not that was the reason it died.
Hmm.
I'm sure it was something else.
It probably was.
But yeah, she used to
But
have
who
a pet
knows
pig.
at this point?
She did have a pet pig growing up, and it grew pretty big too.
Hmm.
Speaking of Donald Duck, remember in that cartoon short when he actually made his nephews Huey, Dewey, and Louie smoke cigars? No? Okay.
Yeah. Muteki said, a fighter knows what I'm talking about. LPA said, some pig. Starshell said, there was a South Park special where the creators did a cooking show with a pig and they were feeding it bacon.
Yes, I remember that. Oh god, those were on the home video releases. Because on the home video releases of like the first two seasons, they would Matt Stone and Trey Parker would actually do some type of skit that was kind of like an ongoing skit in between the episodes. And one of those bits was doing a cooking show, and they actually had a big pig who was there, who was their mascot, and they would always throw bacon at it because the only thing they were cooking was bacon. Oh god, funny that you bring that up, Star Child. Oh my god, I totally forgot about that. Oh, I thought it was so funny. It was also in the season 2 box set of South Park as well. Because I think one of the first skits that they did was both Matt Stone and Trey Parker, they were performing songs for an old senior citizen center, and they were trying to get the audience to interact with them whenever they tried to talk to us, the ones viewing that skit, but they would get really mad at the senior citizens because they didn't express any interest, and they got really raunchy like near the end of like when that skit ran its course for that part of the season. They're like, answer him, you fucking pieces of shit! God damn it, we all came to fucking perform for you, and you all sit there like a bunch of fucking corpses! God, I fucking hate you! That's about the extent of the raunchiness that they got with that.
Jesus!
Yes. And that's probably as far as the profanity that you'll ever hear me go for the Geek Fighters. Okay, so we got Ayla, who was the girl who tried to stop us from going in Korea Village, and now since she has nowhere to go, she's now officially part of Ghetto's crew. So she's going to be sticking with Ghetto and his crew for the rest of the game. And as you can see from the map screen, we actually get a lot more places that we can actually visit. But I will be actually visiting the newer places before we go back to the village of Calera, which is where the Southern Harmonian defense force, which Ghetto and his crew are a part of, to report back on what their findings are. We'll save that for the next episode. But in between episodes, I'll check out the other places, because when we go over to Lake Castle, we'll actually unlock the part where we can actually play as Thomas, one of the 108 Stars of Destiny. We can play through the first chapter after we get done with Ghetto's first chapter in the next episode. But yeah, I'll worry about that, but next time we will be getting back on with the main story. So I'm going to go into Amor Plains, and I will go ahead and save the progress there. So in order for me to plug before we leave, I'd just say follow me on youtube.com at double RPG Reviews, as well as twitch.tv at Double RPG Reviews, where YouTube's my bread and butter when it comes to content, whereas Twitch is secondary, as I stream on there mostly. And also stay up to date with me through Facebook and Twitter at Double RPG Reviews. And that is it for me. All right, Metal.
Excellent. All right, thank you. Well, I'm pretty easy. I'm just on X or Twitter at Visible Ninja 88, and that's about it for now. Other than the fact that I do run with Hero Club, so check out hero-club.com and follow them across social media, especially this weekend since it's Power Morphicon. So check them out.
We're gonna have a lot of coverage of it when it's done. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Wheels is gonna give us a debrief on Wednesday, so. Should be good.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a really fun episode for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not so much as paying so much money for the autographs or like the
Yeah.
photographs and stuff, but for the talking about the event itself, pretty sure you guys have a good episode ahead of you.
Yeah, especially because one of the Rangers that's in the fandom's shit books recently is there signing pictures, in cornrows.
Huh.
And I'd like to point out this guy is like the whitest white that ever whited, so.
Interesting. Okay, so, Fighter Chaos, now you. What do you got to plug?
Yeah, hey, follow me on social media, X/Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, at Fighter Chaos. That's FIGHTERXAOS. I stream Tuesdays and Fridays on Twitch at 4 p.m. Eastern. I do webcomics. I do art commissions. I do art randomly too, so check that out on social media. And if I do another Fate video, check out the social media for whenever that goes live, or the Discord, because Discord is where we tend to, announce whenever we do stuff. Which, by the way, whenever you do stuff, remember to say at here. Like if you put up a new video or anything to Double R and Visible Ninja.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I don't think you guys have any videos that are gonna be anytime soon, though. But
No.
Not anytime soon, but
None. I'm
do-
currently retired from content creation, so.
I do want to get back to content creation sooner or later. But yes, I will definitely make a note of that for anything I put out in the future.
yeah, even I don't do that enough. I don't do that with my webcomics at all. I just tweet about them.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's me. Tuesdays, Fridays, 4 p.m. Eastern on Twitch.
All right.
that's it.
Well, all right. Like I said, join us next time for when we go back to when we go to make our way towards Calera, a village in the eastern portion of the grasslands where the Holy Kingdom of Harmonia has jurisdiction on, and we'll see where the story gets us from there. But we will be getting close to the end of Ghetto's first chapter, and then after that, we'll start with Thomas's first chapter, before we go back to either Hugo, Chris, or Ghetto for their second chapters. But yeah, join us next week for that, and until then, I'm Double RPG.
Visible Ninja.
And I'm Fighter Chaos.
And Fighter Chaos, you got 2 words left to end off this stream, and they are...
Kanyo.
Bye-bye, gamers. See you next week. Peace out.
Bye-bye.
Adios. Ciao.